Here's an entire guide on how to start dropshipping in 2026 where AI does practically almost all of the work. You need $0 of capital needed. Our goal is going to be 20K plus a month, and you need to spend at least 4 hours a day minimum. 90% of the stores fail within 120 days. It's not because dropshipping doesn't work, but it's because most people are guessing every single step they go forward. An average person spends about $1,500 before they quit dropshipping. They spend 45 minutes trying to find a product, and they test 10 products before they quit. Here's the old way versus the AI way. So the old way, you scroll TikTok to find product ideas. That's still not too bad, but as well as you have to keep in mind, you scrolling on TikTok, there's also hundreds of other people who are going to be scrolling on TikTok, and majority of the people of the ones who are scrolling on TikTok, they have their For You page categorized to only dropshipping products. So you doing that, you have hundreds and hundreds of people who are going to be seeing that same exact product you've seen. So that one, I would pass that away. You're picking products based on how you feel, not what the customer wants. You're spending a week to build out a store. You're running ad copy yourself when you could just be using Claude or any sort of AI. You're guessing a good price and positioning. You could be having a product for $20 and you can be like, okay, I'm going to sell this product for $39 and just make $19 profit, but you don't count expenses, your cost of goods, the credit card charge off of Shopify, your Shopify payout charge fee. You have to think of all those fees when you put in this pricing in there. As well as doing no competitor research when you're first starting out, and you're burning $500 plus every single testing phase because you don't know what metrics are good, or even if your creative is giving you bad results or good results. All you're doing is looking at if this creative is giving you sales, you're going to keep running it. But if it's not giving you sales, you're just gonna so maybe, I don't know who you are, but you could be just burning that money. And majority of the people who first start out, they quit within their first 2 months, obviously, because they don't see it working and they don't have a good structure or a good positioning to find a winning product and actually learn how to sell. But the real thing is, in 2026, there's the AI way now. So AI scans real market data, which is Mulax, my AI software, which does everything for you in practically less than a minute 30, which I even made a video about that. You have products validated with demand scores, full store built in 60 seconds, conversion tested ad copy in 10 seconds, AI optimizations, pricing and positioning, full competitor analysis in on demand, and you can test 2 to 3 products every single day if you want to. It just depends on how much hours you want to actually dedicate into dropshipping and actually go ahead and learn the skill and go crazy with it. And you can scale to 20K a month plus in 3 to 4 months. There's only 5 steps for this process, and every step is AI powered. Every decision is data backend. First one is find validated products. The second one is going to be spying your competitors' data. Like, you want to look for your competitors and see what they're doing and just copy them. You don't want to just look at your competitor, you see this kind of ad, and you build it off of a different pain point. That's still good, but they already have the pain point that's proven to work. So you want to build around that and make something similar to it. You want to build a full store, which AI exactly does that in less than 60 seconds. Create ads and hooks, and you want to launch and scale. Launch it, let's just say on Meta. You look at the data in 2 to 3 days. If it's good, you can slowly scale, and if it's bad, just look for a new product and do the same exact process. So step 1 is obviously finding out winning product. The AI analyzes real market data and it gives you validated products, not just random TikTok products that you're going to be finding when you're scrolling and every single person is going to be seeing that product. You want to look for demand score, real data on how people are searching for this product and is buying the products right now. Number 2 is going to be your competition level. How crowded is this market, or if there even is room to sell this product? But look, if your product has no competition, that means nobody wants your product, so just don't even bother running it. You don't want to test something that you already know that nobody else is running, because if they're running the product, you already know it's selling. If they're not running the product, you already know it's bad, and there's not much of an audience to sell that product to. Your third one is going to be profit margins. You want to have an exact breakdown, cost of selling price, ad budget, and what you're actually going to keep, especially with those fees and those random charges that you're randomly going to be hit with. And number 4, there's target audience. Who buys this? What age? What platform? So you know exactly who to target, just like how I said with the competition level. And step 2 is going to be spying on your competition. Before you spend $1, know exactly what you're going to be up against. You want to analyze your competitor's store. You want to find their gaps of what they're targeting and what they're not targeting. You want to look at what's working for them. Like I said, you want to look at their ad copy. If their ad copy is working, you want to copy it and do a similar way. You don't want to just copy and, or not copy and go with different targeting. And now another one is positioning. Enter the market with a strategy and not just launching your creative and hope it goes well. And step 3 is going to be building out your entire store with 60 seconds. My bot Mulax soon will be able to build you a store. It's currently in the makes right now. I want to make it 100% before I launch it, and same with the video and images. But once that's completed, everything will be all set to go. You can build your entire store with Mulax in under 60 seconds with products. You'll have pages, and it will design everything from A to Z. All you have to do is just import that page layout into Shopify, and you're all set to go. And step number 4 is going to create ads that are going to convert. AI writes the platform-specific and ad copy using frameworks tested across real ad spend. Inside the Discord, if you do /ad copy, you're going to pick which platform you want to sell off of. Meta ads, TikTok, Google, or Snapchat. You're going to choose what platform. It will specialize in that platform. Tell them your product and tell them your offer, and it's going to create a high-quality ad copy. And step 5 is going to be a launch and scale. With the validated products and the AI ads that we've written already, here's going to be the game plan. So usually for me, I always tell people to start with $100 to $200. But if you don't have, but here's the thing. For your first week, I always tell people when they're first going into that testing phase to start with either $50 or $100, nothing less. But if you're with somebody who has but if you're a person who has a budget and you don't want to spend that much money, I would say start with $20 to $50 a day with 3 to 5 assets with different hooks, and let the data tell you what's working and what creative is going to work and what's not working at all. Your week 2, you're going to optimize and scale. You're going to kill losers, scale winners, and cut everything below the 1.5 ROAS and increase budget 20 to 30% on winners every 2 to 3 days. On week 3 to 4, you're going to scale slowly. $200, $500 a day in revenue. Add new platforms, which is going to be for starting off in Meta. Add TikTok or Snapchat or Google, because I heard Google is very good, but I've never once tested it. But AI generates fresh copy for TikTok, Google, etc. You need to be testing with new audiences every single week. And month 2 to 3, you're going to add 2 to 3 more products to build out that average order value. Repeat the system, 3 to 5 products, and you're going to 10x or 200. You're going to repeat the system, 3 to 5 products, $200 to $400 a day. That's about $20K per month. And how to hit your first $20K per month? You're going to have at least 3 to 5 winning products, bringing you about $200 to $400 revenue per day. So if you do that, the math is going to be around $20,000 to $40,000 per month. At 30%, 40% margins, you're leading off with $6,000 to $16,000 profit every single month. Plus your emails, your SMS adds about another 20 to 30%, which equals a total of $20K plus. So this is how you're going to spend your day if you're working less than 4 hours a day on dropshipping. This is going to be working less than a 9 to 5 job. So at 9 a.m., you're going to check the metrics and the ad performance. At 9:30, you're going to scale winners, kill losers, and adjust the budgets. At 10 a.m., you're going to get new AI-generated ad copy and creatives. At 10:30 a.m., you're going to review customer support, where if you're getting emails, you need to respond to those emails, and you can just have AI respond to them if you need to. At 11 a.m., you're going to test new products and ideas with AI. And at 12 p.m., you're going to be pretty much done with everything. 3 hours, go live your life, and day by day, maybe 3 p.m., 6 p.m., every few hours, just look at your ad creatives, look at the ad campaigns, make sure everything is solid and not just burning your budget. And here's the difference between a 9 to 5 job and an e-commerce. 9 to 5 job, you have 8 hours a day plus. You commute, you income ceilings, and someone else's dream that you're fulfilling. AI e-commerce, you're only spending about 3 to 4 hours a day on this business model. You could work from anywhere. I could be in Mexico if I wanted to right now and still be working on this remotely. You got uncapped income because anything can change. You can go from 20K in the first month to 150K the second month. And anything can happen with this business. And primarily, you're your own boss. It's your own business. You work whenever you want to, but obviously, put those hours in, you're going to be making a lot more money. And this is what you actually need to get started with dropshipping. You only need a laptop, a Shopify payment, which is going to be $1 a month for the first 3 months, and the AI tools. Your total startup cost should be around under $50, which is pretty much less than any other business model to get into. And here's the complete system once again. You're going to find validated products. You're going to spy on your competitors. You're going to build your website and your ad creatives and everything in total. And then you're going to want to scale. You need to stop guessing and start operating. The system exists, the tools are ready, and the AI handles research, ad copy, everything you need from A to Z, and you need to utilize that in 2026. Now, if you enjoyed this A to Z guide and you want more information, more in depth about how everything goes and how you should build an ad creative or how to build a store and how to find your winning product using the AI, just comment down below, like and subscribe, and I'll help you guys out.